Up to all my Aries. So you have the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, Queen of Cups, the Four of Wands, Nine of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. So some of you Aries tried to get to know somebody and the person was just blatantly trying to play a game with you, like they're all that, and they started to run this game of trying to ignore you. You Aries didn't like that. The Chariot. So some of you Aries may have asked them why they were like this. Some of you Aries may not have asked them why, but obviously that got you annoyed because the person's in the game, right? Why are they even wasting their time, wasting both of y'all time talking to you if they're going to just do this weird, goofy text message phone game, you know, where it's, you know, sometimes, you know, they reply to some text messages, you know, faster times than others. And then it's like they just drop off the face of the earth. And then, you know, they're already in the middle of texting you. You know, that's, I'll say this, Aries, that's how it is that I measure if a person is a weirdo. And I've never been wrong. Like if seriously, because if you are texting somebody, right, and you texting a person and you already in the middle of texting somebody and you just drop off the face of the earth, would you do that during a call? No, because it's weird to do that. Would you do that face to face? You talking to somebody, so yeah, I was, and you stop saying something and you just walk off, because that would be weird. So why do people do it in text messages? I'm going to text you and we're in the middle of a conversation through text. And instead of me act like I have some sort of common sense, it's like I done dropped off the face of the earth, and you know, and I don't have any kind of consideration to even text you to say, enough consideration to even say, hey, let me go ahead and text you a little bit later. How long does that take for somebody to text to say, hey, I'm not really in the mood right now, let me just go ahead and give you a text later? Not only is that considerate, but it shows how communicative you are and how much you understand other people. Because people who just, I'm texting you and then now I'm dropping off the face of the earth, I'm gonna tell you why it is that people do that. They want attention, and that's weird. That's goofy. That's a call for desperation. Because again, we're supposed to be adults here. If a person doesn't want to talk to you, that's all it is that they need to say. So what is with the immature, I'm not brave enough to tell you I don't want to talk to you type stuff, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm just going to act like I'm not, but I'm giving you so-so. All of that so-so is trash. And anybody who's running that game, that's trash. That's way too much time being spent. So maybe the person was doing that to you, playing games with you, right? The Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands was you tried to approach them. Why were they running game? Why is it that they wasting your time? Well, the Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands was them deflecting. Now all of a sudden, you Aries are the ones who are the bad ones, because who are you to try to monopolize and dictate how it is that they spend their time? That's a deflection. That's cap. Because the reason why that's a deflection is because of the fact that you Aries are not trying to tell these people what to do with their time. But how are you supposed to build a relationship, a functional relationship with somebody, and they just randomly dropping calls? They randomly hanging up the phone on you. They randomly doing this. They look like they don't know how, I want to say something. They look like they don't know how to exist. It look like they're socially awkward. It looks like they're socially awkward because it is socially awkward. How, and this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. People who run game and do all that other type of stupid stuff, they're socially awkward dorks. They are. They are fronting. They are fronting to be cool. You know who is cool? The people who can communicate effectively. Because it shows that they're not afraid. They're not afraid of interactions. It shows that a person could pick up the phone. I know this is not a phone, but people can pick up the phone and text. They're not afraid to pick up the phone and say, hey, listen, I'm not really in the mood right now. Can I go ahead and give you a text when I am? And guess what? Who can be upset at that? If the two of y'all are in conversation, this is my point. They want to have some privacy time, right? Playing all these games. I'm just using this as an example. Who will be upset at that? What do you mean? Blah, 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 blah. Especially if this is not an occurring thing, a reoccurring thing. Especially if it doesn't happen all the time and this is just a one-off and you text them, hey, listen, I'm not really feeling in the mood. Who doesn't have respect for that? Everyone will have respect for that because it's like you had the courtesy to let these people know. You were already in a conversation with them. You didn't want to just drop off the face of the earth with that long pause, which makes no sense. You had enough common decency and enough nobility in yourself, enough nobility within yourself to leave a person a text message to be decent enough to say, hey, I'm not really feeling it. I'll go ahead and holler at you when I can. These people, they are that dysfunctional. So you shouldn't even be sweating your heads up about this. You just need to leave them alone. You know why, Aries? Because they goofy. Let's show and prove that. The Nine of Cups and the Ace of Wands. They think that they're doing something playing these games. So they're bringing all of this, smoke and fire to you. All of these issues, all of these little gripes, all of these little games. The Nine of Cups. And they are confident that this type of games that they're playing with you, playing on you, is going to work. It's going to get you more enticed. The Five of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Swords, it's not working because it didn't work. Soon as you, Aries, saw that, y'all dipped. The Ten of Wands, the Seven of Swords, right, y'all dipped. Who in the freak was them to try the run game on you? Like I said before, anybody who out here playing games with people, that's whack. Period. I could show and prove that's whack. From multiple angles, that's whack. Because grown folks who wasting their time, see, not only are they wasting the person's time because they act like they don't care about wasting time, but you want to know how I can show and prove that it's whack? If they're so precious and they're so valuable, why are they wasting their own time? Because this is not like that movie with Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried where you can actually set aside time and you could live a year, and you got a time you got a watch on your arm and stuff like this where they could set aside time and you can't. No. They are actively wasting their own time doing goofy stuff, and they're not getting the picture that they're wasting their own time, but they act like they're so valuable. But that's an oxymoron by definition, because if you're so valuable, why are you wasting time? People who play games are whack. So let's clarify. By the way, if you're finding value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. There's a link in the comment section called a link tree. Click on it. It'll redirect you to my social media outlets and ways you can support me, from my clothing store, the books that I have that are on Amazon, my Instagram, as well as private tarot readings and birth chart readings. And if you need any kind of help setting up a private tarot reading, then you can always feel free to contact me at Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com. Thanks. Let's clarify some cards. Let's clarify. So let's clarify the Queen of Cups, which is this deflection that they were trying to use. Seven of Cups, Temperance, Five of Wands, the Tower. Right. They were trying to make it seem as if they have all of these options, when in actuality, you Aries have more options than they do. See, they're lying. People that they've tried to hang out with in the past don't want to hang out with them because they spent so much of their time doing what? Bickering and arguing, burning bridges. So you Aries need to see through that. What the impression that they're trying to make is not real. Let's clarify some more cards. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups. Matter of fact, let's clarify the Ace of Wands, which is all of these issues that they're bringing to you. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands. The Hanged Man, Page of Pentacles, sorry about that, Five of Swords, Two of Wands, right. They just want you to get more and more, Page of Pentacles, Five of Swords, they just want you to get more and more and more invested so that they could curve you. Because they want to be in a relationship with you, but they too scared. Two of Swords, they're too scared. So they would rather settle for trying to get people to be interested so they can curve them later. And then you have the Hanged Man. You Aries are justified in not wanting to hang out with them because they're wasting their time. Like, you got to think about how much time that stuff wastes. You're going to go through all types of effort to try to tell somebody that you're interested, and or show or imply that you're interested in a person. If you really had game, if you really was confident with yours, if you really was a mover and a shaker, would you really have to do that? Would you really have to do that? You're gonna go above and beyond to do what? Oh, I want you to be interested so that I can curve you later. That's whack. And anybody who does that is whack. Wasting their own time. That's right, because I got you wrapped around my finger. I'm doing it to get you mad. Oh, okay. Okay, it's a natural interaction to be upset because you wasted my time. Stupid. So now that bridge is burned. I'm gonna go live the rest of my life, and you're gonna look stupid for the rest of your life based upon you doing that. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands now. Page of Cups, Eight of Wands, Seven of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, right? They out here looking delusional. They out here, anybody who's doing that to you, they gonna be out here looking delusional. And they can't say no because that's what it is. Their time, it doesn't make sense. Their time is so precious, but yet they waste their time trying to get other people to be interested in them just so that they can curve them. You see how these oxymorons that they make, they don't make any kind of sense whatsoever. The back and forth, you know, they're so much better than you, but yet they're associating themselves with you. Would a person who has value and standards, who understands that they have value and standards, hang out with a bunch of lowlives? Not unless they are a lowlife themselves. So where exactly are they going with these contrasts? Doesn't even make any sense. Contrasts of character is supposed to give more clarity to duality. This kind of contrast, what I'm talking about, it's not even really a contrast. This is just inconsistencies in character that they're showing. Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. When you Aries decide to move forward from these people who act like this, regardless of who it is in general, but this person in particular, who is trying to give you a runaround, they're gonna be jealous of that, because they do want your attention. But here's where it gets stupid. It gets stupid because when they actually had you, and they had your attention, Aries, why didn't they just hang out with you and just be direct and get you, which is what they wanted? Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, High Priestess, the Lovers, Queen of Swords. The Ace of, to clarify the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Yeah, like when you move on with your life, they're going to be spying. They're going to want to know what now the interest is there. They're going to be texting you, trying to make the text messages seem like they are a mistake. Oh, I just, texted you out of the blue. Right. People who play games, trust and believe, they keep numbers. People who play games, trust and believe, they keep numbers. Especially if you got some real value, they keep numbers. That's why it is that a lot of times, not all the time, but that's why it is that sometimes a person will just have your number out of the blue, text you 5 years later. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this? Oh, this is such and such. It's been 5 years. Like, I've literally moved on. So that's where the interest now is going to start. But don't pay attention to that. They're still the goofy individuals. They have not changed so quickly. The Lovers and the Queen of Swords represents when you continue to move forward, Aries, they're going to know that they made a very stupid decision. Because when they actually, like I said, when they actually had you, they could have just hung out with you and got with you. But instead, they wanted to waste your time and waste their own time and waste their time they did. So now you, Aries, will get to know other people and they're going to be upset. And it's not hard for Aries to get to know other people considering their personality. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Appreciate y'all.